Well, that took longer than I thought it would. Yo, 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 what is up? What is up? I have never started off a stream by saying, yo, 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 what is up? What is up? That sounds like something from the 90s or something a little more offensive that I won't mention right now. But still the same thing, man. What's up with y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Let me get my chat up here one time for the Guan time. We got a lot to get into, and this is going to be a much shorter stream than I usually do. I usually end up rambling on for whew, 45 minutes on the tangent I wasn't even trying to focus on for the stream. Today is going to be a shorter stream. What's up, TG204? Too good, what's good with you? TAB Black, what is happening with you? Choppy71, Jamasio McBride. There was someone who had a French name, who had a really French name in one of my other streams. I think it was my last stream. And I asked him how he pronounced it, or if he was from France. It was like Jean Marquique or something. I don't know what it was, but it was anyway. That's a dope name, Jamasio. What's good? Mo smoke, no joke. A. What's up, Monty? Yeah, I am late. Yo, bro. Not only am I late from when I started the stream starting soon screen, I'm late because I first scheduled this stream for 7 o'clock, I think. But then I had to make some food, and I ended up finding out that making roasted potatoes takes 45 minutes, an hour almost. So I had to push that back, and I was already committed. I was already halfway through making it. I didn't know it took so long to bake. That's not the point. Anyway, yo. Anyway, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? Yo, we got a lot to get into. Monty, that is a video for tomorrow. I saw it. I was going to do a double upload today, but content is mad slow right now. Check it out. Content's real slow right now. So I'm going to definitely do that tomorrow. I might record that video tonight. You know what? I probably will. And he had a very, very important quote that I really want to get into. But yeah. But there's something a little bit more important here. In some ways, I kind of wish I didn't do that Colin Kaepernick video. I think it was a week or two ago, because everyone's asking me about Colin Kaepernick. Yo, should we get Colin, or what's up with Colin? What's the deal with Colin? And I was like, you know what? Let me go ahead and do this video right now, so I don't get asked about Colin anymore. Because I was kind of getting tired of even in videos that weren't even about quarterbacks or free agency or the draft or anything like that. I was getting asked about Colin. I was getting DMs. Now I kind of wish I would have stuck through it for another week or two, because this would have been the video to talk about, should we pick up Colin Kaepernick? I don't want to clickbait. I won't do it right now. I can't do it anymore. But if I really, really wanted to, I could probably double dip in that. I could double dip in that one. Anyway, man. The celeb game is today, isn't it? Wasn't the Rising Stars Challenge today as well? I got a friend who, someone I went to school with, who went to the Rising Stars game. Low key, wish I would have went to that. Wish I could go to that. Anyway, it's at 9. Yeah, that's probably the best. I mean, that's probably one of the best Rising Stars, in a minute. Actually, it's been a good few Rising Stars the last few years. Anyway, before we get into this Colin Kaepernick stuff, I want to say that someone commented my video just recently. Smitty got blocked by Ronnie too. That's the weirdest sentence I've ever heard in my life, and that's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. I thought you meant on Twitter at first, cause I can see that happening. But that's even funnier, bro. Yo, that's even funnier. Yeah, downtown Charlotte's gonna be lit, but it's also gonna be terrible traffic. God, it's gonna be terrible traffic. But I won't say it. Never mind. But what's I gonna say? Oh yeah. So someone commented my video on my most recent video I just did, the one about Ross Cockrell and Denoris Cersei. They said I should watch some what is it? It's is it AAF? What's the thing called? What's that league called? Hold up, let me look it up real quick. Yeah, AAF. I was right. AAF football this week. And I didn't watch a single game last week, so people were asking me what my thoughts were and stuff, and I didn't want to just give you guys some weird answer that I read somewhere else, so I didn't do a video on it. But this upcoming week, I'm going to be watching the games, and I'm going to probably choose a team that I'm going to be a die-hard day one fan of. I don't know. I gotta have my fandom somewhere. I might pick the worst team in the league. I might pick the worst team in the league. I don't know. I might want to be an underdog story from the start. I'm either picking the best team or the worst team. I don't know. I'm trying to figure it out right now. Anyway, this Colin Kaepernick stuff. So early this morning, 11 for this tweet. This is the first tweet I saw from Mark Garagos saying official statement for the past several months. Counsel for Colin or Mr. Kaepernick and Mr. Reid have engaged in an ongoing dialogue with representatives for the NFL. As a result of those decisions, God, I can't read it all. Discussions, the parties have decided to resolve the pending grievances. The resolution of this matter is subject to a confidentiality agreement, so there will be no further comment by any party. Yo. So basically what happened is, after all this time, it feels a little bit anticlimactic, but I mean, I guess this makes sense. Even if you have money and you're in the right, it doesn't do you any favors to have a court case like drag on for months, years even in court. All you can do, even if you win, the best you can hope for is that your reputation stays the same. You're not gonna improve your reputation in a long drug out court case where even if you're right, even if you have nothing to hide or whatever, if you're a big corporation, you figure we have billions of dollars, we have billions upon billions of dollars, and we are supported by billionaires and families of billionaires. Look, this is a problem. We didn't nip it in the bud quick enough. We have money. Take some of this money. Don't talk about it ever again. Let's move on. That's what I'm seeing out of this. Oh my God. The very first, I got distracted so quick. The very first response to this is maybe be better at football. Okay, let me stop reading these. These are, if you've ever, look, I don't care what your thoughts are on Colin Kaepernick, whether you support him or you don't support him. I don't try to push what I think about him. I say what I think about him. I don't try to convince anyone or whatever, because honestly, it makes no sense to try to get into a political debate with people, be it face to face or online. It's not really it's not what my channel's about, so I don't really want to do all that. But talking about football playing, though, talking about a guy playing football, he ain't the worst one out there. But so basically what we see here is there was some kind of settlement out of court between Cap and Eric. I don't know how much Eric got, but I read this tweet from Mike Freeman, and it said number of NFL team officials are speculating to me that the NFL paid Kaepernick in the $60 to $80 million range. Yo, what? This man sat out for 3 years. Was it 3? I think it's no. It's been only 2, right? He sat out. No, I guess it's 3. 2017, 18. No, he played in 16. So he only sat out 2 years, bro. He's the highest paid quarterback in the league. Ain't take a snap. Let's say he took 70 home. That's $35 million. He's getting paid, bro. He got paid basically what Kirk Cousins is about to get paid. Kirk, he making that Kirk money, low key, and it's gonna take him less money. Yeah, he would have made 20 mil. He would have made 20. But the thing is, he made all that money, and his body's still fresh. Like he didn't take 2 years worth of hits. And let's be honest, if he played for the Niners, 2 years worth of hits is a lot. If you play for the Niners, 2 years worth of hits can be a lot. Hold up, let me bring this down. I want to bring this right here, but also bring the overlay on top of the cam frame. Right? That's not how it works. Alright, cool. Gives it a little bit of a 3D look, a little bit. Not the point. But, I mean, look. $60 to $80 million, and I agree with this. I agree with this tweet right here. I mean, that's what $60 to $80 million to the NFL. But to Colin Kaepernick's pockets, I mean, look. He sat out for 2 years. I'm sure he made a little bit of money, you know, campaigning and got some support from different groups and whatnot. But he got paid from Nike, and then 60 to 80, and now he can also get a job. I mean, there's no way people don't try to like get this man a job, right? I mean, there's no way he doesn't at least get an offer. The NFL's like, look, we just paid this man a bunch of money. One of you teams have to hit him up. I don't care which one it is. I don't care if you already got a quarterback. I don't care who it is. But we paid this man this money, and it wasn't a lot to us. But now he's got his money. You better make sure you get a job somewhere because look, I don't want to just pay someone money to just leave. You're gonna help us because the thing is, no matter whether you agree or disagree with Cap, him coming back to the league is gonna make ratings. It's gonna make ratings skyrocket because you're gonna if you hate the man, you want to see him do bad, so you're gonna tune in. And if you love the man, you're like, oh yeah, power to the people. Colin, we want to see you, want to support you, bro. So no matter what, him getting on the field is going to be, if not increased ratings, it'll increase clicks for NFL.com, ESPN.com, all these other news sports outlets and whatnot. Like it's gonna increase revenue for a lot of people, and there's gonna be a lot of potential for just jersey sales alone. Imagine having imagine a Patriots Colin Kaepernick jersey. Just imagine Bill Belichick picking up Colin Kaepernick right now, bro. Just imagine that. I'm not gonna lie, I wouldn't play again. Yeah, me neither. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real. If I'm Colin, there's no way I play again. I played my last down of football ever. I'm not gonna front on you. I'm gonna leave it on this page real quick. I played my last down of football ever. Why would I ever want to? I mean, the thing is, people are gonna say, "Oh man, yeah, see, it was never about football to him. He just wanted to monetize his movement or whatever." But I think we can all agree that football is an extremely dangerous sport, and if you can get paid without risking head injury, although we know the quarterback is mad protected now, but I mean, if you can limit getting hit, and you can make your money, I mean, why? What's the motivation now? To prove people wrong? It doesn't matter. I mean, he's never going to prove people who hate him wrong. If they don't like him and he goes lights out, wins MVP, they'll still say, well, he's good now, but 2 years ago when he was doing this stuff, he was still just, bitter he wasn't starting. So yeah, he's good right now, but I mean, it doesn't change the fact that blah, blah, blah. And the people who love him are going to be like, they're going to support him either way. So you really can't win or lose here. Or I guess you really can't. Yeah, you really can't win with some people. You really can't lose with the other people. So I say, take your money, and I don't know. He has a wide number of things he can do. To be real with you. Yeah, and Reid getting double paid. I didn't even get to that yet. Yeah, and I don't know what he got paid, but I'm sure it was considerably less than Colin. But if they're paying about what, I mean, 60 to $80 million sounds like it's about, I mean, he's only been out 2 years. So that's 30 to 40 million, right? That's 30 to 40 million a year. That's more than what the average quarterback's making. So I'm guessing it couldn't be what the average player's making, or even just slightly more, because even if Eric Reid was making more than what the top safety was making, like, safeties aren't getting paid that much at all. So I mean, he wouldn't be making too much, but still, that's still money in your pockets. What's good, Panthers rule? What's up, Panther Nation? Could he join the Panthers? He could. I like Kyle Allen a lot. I like Kyle a lot. I like Heineke too. I don't think we need him. I think we have our backup. Although we need to find out whether these guys are sturdy or not. Because I mean, was it our O line being so bad that got him injured, or would they be getting injured regardless? Seeing two guys go down in back-to-back games was not very encouraging. We know the O line was bad, but there's plenty of guys who have bad O lines who can stick through more than one game in a row. Yes, one game in a row. It's one of those things. Wes? Oh, I see what you're saying. Wait, what? No, I don't see what you're saying. Oh, what's up, Wes? I thought you were saying Wes Horton. I thought you were waving bye to Wes Horton. And then Panther Nation said, "What's good, Wes?" So wait, is Wes Horton in the stream right now? I had a real weird moment right there where I was like mad confused. Make another video on ABD Carolina since he's officially requested the trade. This wouldn't work. This wouldn't work. There's too much money, and we'd have to give up first round picks, or we'd have to give up at least one first to pick him up. It wouldn't happen. It'd be me clickbaiting. I would sooner do a video on Colin Kaepernick again than AB. And I could get away with doing a Colin Kaepernick video. I could really get away with doing this video. Like, I could record this video tonight and upload it at like midnight, and I know it would do pretty well. But I don't think I'm going to do that with this Cap news. Although I really could. I kind of should, but I won't. Maybe. I don't know. Let me not get too deep into it. You never know. I might wake up tomorrow and say, you know what? I mean, you know what? I don't know. Talk trash about Cam, hell, even Reid. So Cap better come here and get some of the hate too. Jesus. If we did sign Cap, you'd probably use him like Taysom Hill for the Saints. I would. Isn't Taysom Hill a free agent right now? Is he? Or is I feel like I saw he was a free agent. I'm not sure, but the way that they use Taysom Hill is borderline genius. It's just genius what they're doing in New Orleans and New Orleans. So I mean, can I see Cap going into NFL management? Maybe not management, but I can see him going into like maybe having a what's that word? People who get paid to just advise you. Not an advisor. It's like I remember the word, but basically they just sit there and try to help come up with policy, and they it's like an outside source of information. Man, until I think of the word. Either way, it's only the white side that's hating. Everybody else fine, to be honest. Consultant, yeah, you're right. Crawford, yeah, consultant. That's the word. What up, bro? Can you see Cap going into the NFL? Yeah, there it is. Yeah, I can see him being a consultant, either for the NFLPA or some kind of outreach division. Maybe even, I don't know. I can see him doing something like that, though. Something similar to being management or some kind of liaison between the league and public relations, maybe. But I feel like that maybe wouldn't happen just because that's an actual league job as opposed to being employed to a team. Like, he's probably a little bit farther away from that. But I could see him doing it. I wouldn't rule it out. I wouldn't rule it out. Pika Girls Blogging Channel. That's a hell name. I'm not sure this is a real channel or it's like a joke name. That's kind of that's a funny name. What's up with you? I'm hearing Mark Ingram is going to be released. What do you think about him being a Panther? That could happen. I feel like, is he going to be released, or is he I think he's a free agent. I think he's a free agent this year. But same thing, basically, not being re-upped for next year. But yeah, I think Mark Ingram is a free agent this offseason. That would be kind of cool, but I'm not sure if we could support he's more like a 50-50 back kind of thing. I think we'd be all right with just having a decent back. Like, I mean, someone commented on my video today talking about Fozzie Whitaker, and I was kind of, I think I was a little bit too aggressive in how I responded. I wasn't like very aggressive, but I just said that Fozzie Whitaker is more like a third option kind of guy. But even so, I think even if we just brought Fozzie Whitaker in for just 20% of the plays, just if whatever the amount of rushes we have for next season, if Fozzie Whitaker gets 20% of them, that's cool. We just need a guy to take away some of the snaps from Christian. Take just some of the snaps. Because last year it was basically Christian, and then the other 2% was, here, just touch the ball here. I mean, don't complain anymore. We're getting tired of you talking about how you don't touch the ball in the team meeting. So here, take what you can get. On the O-line, very soon, like, that's tomorrow's video. Cam, the scam. I don't like that name. Do you think Montez Sweat's a good draft pick? I haven't looked into him. I know he's a big name. I know he's the other name for an edge rusher other than Cleveland, who would maybe drop to us, but I couldn't tell you much about it. I haven't looked into him at all. Power back. We need Stewart back. Do you remember what Jay Stu looked like in his last year at Carolina? We need Jay Stu to back up and not come back. I mean, he can come back to the stadium and chill, but I love Jay Stu, but he had a very, 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 very bad 2017. A very bad 2017. Cam, AB, and DJ? I did not see that. Low key, I barely see Cam's posts on Instagram. Like I feel like his pictures don't show up on my feed. Whoa, hold up, who is this? Let me stop. I pulled up my Instagram just for a half second, and I saw some I had to I can't focus on it right now. I can't focus on it right now. Now you're getting it. Yeah, I just don't think it's gonna work. I just don't think picking up AB is gonna be the move. It's because there's too much money tied into him, and then which means we're gonna have to cut a lot of people, and you can't just cut like small names for his kind of contract. You have to cut bigger names, and then in order to even pick him up, you have to trade away assets. I mean, you have to trade away. You have to give the Steelers, you have to give the Steelers at least a first round pick, because he's. Think about it like this. Because there was someone who proposed a trade in my comments, maybe a couple videos ago, and I wanted to respond to him, but I just couldn't. But when you think about trades, you think about like acquiring players. Think about it like this. Think about it in the reverse. So if we had Antonio Brown and he said he wanted to leave, right? And you're thinking about all the things that okay, well, we love this guy. He's obviously been one of the best receivers in the league. And he's obviously, I think he's one of the best receivers of all time. Look at his numbers and look at his impact. But when you're thinking about trading and acquiring a player, think about it as if he's on your team. And if someone was offering you, and if you wanted to get the best value out of that player back for him leaving your team, keep that in mind when you're thinking about like what we should give up to pick him up. You feel me? Like someone said we should trade, they said Matt Khalil. They said Matt Khalil, Devin Funchess, and Torrey Smith. I mean, not even taking into account that Matt Khalil has no trade value above a 6th round pick, and Devin Funchess is a free agent that we blackballed near the end of the season and like didn't give him the ball at all, or didn't even put him on the field for most of the plays. He didn't get snaps. Like, I mean, and then Torrey Smith we also kind of blackballed a little bit too, and he wasn't all that clutch. When you think about like what teams are gonna want for players, think about it as if like your team is trading them away and what you want back in return for it, and that's the kind of deal people are gonna be looking for. Oh, they're trying to recruit. Oh yeah, trying to recruit him. Yeah. Everything's Team World versus Team USA streaming live. Am I even big enough for someone to come spam their channel in my stream? Like, I feel like I only have like 30 people in here. I don't even know who's in. I haven't looked at the numbers at all. I don't have it up on my screen. Unless that's someone else who was. Hold on, let me look. Either way. Yeah, if he does it again, I'll ban it. I mean, Cam is a body passer, won't be able to make it this season. What's that got to do with his shoulder? I feel like if he's getting hit less. Explain that. Brian Burns has 10 sacks, 31 solos, and 3 fumbles. That's a good pick to have. I don't know. Funches is coming back, yeah. That's true. Like I said, I said so many times before. My biggest thing is I want a big possession receiver. I want a guy who's like 6'3", 6'4". What's that one dude's name? It's like I don't remember. He's like the guy everyone's talking about being ripped and like just being the biggest dude in the draft, basically. That's a guy I could really see us picking up and changing the whole scope of our offense. How much cap space do we have? It's like 16 to 17 right now, I think, 18. But that's still with players on the books right now. Once the free agency like hits, that number will go way up. And once we cut players as well, that number will go way up. So I don't think it really matters until the 15th of March. Hold up though, give me half a second because this just my timer just went off. Anyway, I'll be right back. Boy, that was a 40-yard dash. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's my first time making. That's my first time ever making roasted potatoes. That's It's gonna be good. Don't work out too well in Carolina. Big receivers. I think it's the guys we pick up. I think just the guys. I don't know if it's not the scheme. Big receivers don't. It's not that they don't work out. It's just that the guys that we end up picking up don't work out, and maybe that's enough to deter someone from picking that guy up. Just because look, apparently we don't know how to teach them, or we don't know how to develop them, or just we've had rotten luck with big receivers, so we just can't do it anymore. But I think the scheme when we had, when we had KB and earlier with Devin Funches, the scheme was just bad. The scheme didn't fit them. Like it was Shula basically taking deep fades. Like it was run pass, and we were on third and long, third and like not even all that manageable. Even on third and medium kind of sometimes we were just throwing up fades no matter what. And Cam did get tunnel vision sometimes. Let's not forget Cam was getting some I'll call it what it is. It was stupid tunnel vision. Getting locked in on Kelvin Benjamin when they were underneath routes for first downs wide open. I remember watching him so many times just stare down Kelvin Benjamin and never look away. So I feel like partially it was the scheme, partially it was on Cam, and then also Cam was never really super accurate throwing deep down the field. He can be, but he was never like super consistent like that. We need a corner. Dante and James step up. James Bradbury is one of the best press corners in the league. And Dante was a rookie last year. He had a pretty good season for a rookie. He had a good rookie season. He wasn't like a Marshawn Lattimore. Well, he played different positions. He wasn't like a Jalen Ramsey. But I mean, he had a solid season considering what our defense was looking like and what our scheme was looking like. Especially considering how for the first like 10 weeks of the season, 12 weeks of the season, we were seeing this man lining up in base packages 10 yards off the line of scrimmage. And there were games where the coach was just like, all right, okay, if you're gonna see Dante Jackson playing 18 yards off the line of scrimmage, then we're just gonna throw either a quick slant or a really quick screen right here, get your 5-7 yards easily, and maybe he misses the tackle, we can get more yards out of it. But there was multiple times I was just very confused with the scheme, specifically how it pertained to the way that Dante Jackson was being used. So I think he's either way. I think he's gonna step up next year. But we need a nickel corner. That's what we need. That's the only thing we need right now is a nickel. West Finger so buttery. I'm a Clemson fan. Christian Wilkins is better than Farrell. Is he really? Yo, I got a lot of Clemson fans to sub to my channel, cause I have a Instagram where I just post like my videos, or I just post like my promo for videos, just saying I have a video about this topic or whatever. And I put a few hashtags in there, mostly like Carolina Panthers stuff. But in the Cleveland Farrell one, I tagged Clemson and Clemson football and that kind of stuff. And there was a lot for me. I almost said I was getting a lot of likes, but there was quite a few Clemson like students and fans who liked that and came over, and I saw a kind of a jump in subscribers with that. But yeah, Panthers wire. I think we should have traded for Pat Pete. I think we should trade it. I mean, we should have when he requested. I think we should. That'd be cool. Pat Pete. If we trade for Pat Pete, what kind of how high of a draft pick will we get? How high of a draft pick will we have to give up for him? If it's a third, if it's a third and a player, I could do that. If it's a third and a player, that'd be dope. Actually, you know what? A second, even a second would be kind of cool, but that would just mean that we have to choose. If we no matter if because he's gonna go for either a second or a third, it's not gonna be a fourth. So if we do trade for Pat Pete, we have to decide. Let's say it's a second round pick. So we have a corner. We use our second round pick on and something else. He's not gonna just go for one pick and nothing else. But we use our second round pick on Pat Pete, right? So that means first round is even more important to choose between O-line and edge rusher. And then that means that the next pick we have, the next player we get, either between O-line or edge rusher, is going to be a third round talent. That second round talent is still good. Like we have the 15th pick, I think, in the second round. There's still really good value there. It's when you get to the third round, we start seeing a little bit of drop off. That's when you have to like start thinking about, okay, these are guys that you don't really expect to do extremely well. And there's obviously gems in every round of the draft, but I mean, a second round edge rusher or O lineman is going to be considerably better than a third round edge rusher or O lineman. You can probably find you'll find very good value for running backs, receivers, even quarterbacks, even in the third round. I mean, corners, safeties in the third round. You can find linebackers, especially linebackers, depending on what they do. But definitely those other positions you can find good value in the third. But when you think about what we need, O linemen and edge rushers for the earlier rounds, that's when it makes the job a little bit harder. And if we did pick him up for a second rounder, I would say first two rounds, like first and third, go O line. I would say go O line. On NFL, hold up. I have a feeling I'm gonna pick him up, Pat Pete. That could happen. He is Christian, can play end in DT. Let's trade Funches to Buffalo for draft picks. I'm curious about what's really going on with Cersei and Cockrell. Look, my biggest thing was that it's kind of weird that we haven't gotten any updates on them when we've gotten updates on a lot of other players. And other teams get updates on their players when they go out. And it's not like the guys went out, like got hurt week 11 and we haven't heard anything from them. These guys got hurt in training camp and we still have them on our roster. Like if they were free agents, if they were guys that weren't going to be on the team next year anyway, or we're like kind of worried about like maybe they won't be because their contract's up already, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. But these guys have a contract up until next year, and they've been gone for almost a full calendar year. Well, not a calendar year, but a full season at least now. So I'm a little bit confused as to like there's something going on. Should we trade? K1 Short isn't worth a second, third, and fourth. But you know what? Hold on. You know what? I think we're getting a third round compensatory pick for Andrew Norwell. I don't know if I'm like tripping out my mind. Actually, you know what? I'm not tripping because we didn't get that, right? We didn't. I could have sworn it was last year that we were supposed to get a compensatory pick for Andrew Norwell, and I think I convinced myself that we did, but I know we didn't. I know we didn't use a compensatory pick in the third round last year. But in my mind, I guess last year in my mind, I convinced myself that we already got the third round pick, and I just forgot about it or didn't really consider it anymore. But now I'm remembering like we didn't get that, did we? So I think we still do get that third round pick for Andrew Norwell. So there may be a little bit more trade value. We may have a little bit more trade and draft capital than I remember. But yeah, KK was not good. Or not good. I mean, he probably won't go for a second, third, and fourth. K1 Short for AB. That's tough. Do you think last year's free agent signings were a disappointment? They were good players. They just got hurt. So, I mean, disappointment in what way? I'm disappointed they got hurt early in the season and before the season even started. But I mean, whoa. It wasn't like we picked up guys and they were just trash for us, and like it was a bad look for us. The only guy I say looked bad, who even I guess the only guy who actually played was Dontari Poe. But even then, it's kind of hard because literally everyone on the defense took a step back. I think I would say maybe just James Bradbury looked like stayed about the same as last year. Uh, I would say just about everyone on defense took a step back. So it's kind of hard for me to say uh, that, Dontari Poe, was he bad? Was it the system? Kind of hard to tell. Kind of hard to tell. Yeah, we had Norwell. Yeah, he was an undrafted free agent, turned into an All-Pro, one of the best, probably the best left guard in the league. He took the money from the Jags. We got a third-round pick. This was 2 years ago, or just last year, before last year. I might do a video on Pat Pete. If I can find that article, if I can find the article talking about it, I'll look it up later, maybe, if I remember. If I can find the article talking about Pat Pete, I'll I'll probably look into it. I could just that could just be content for a day where there's like no content going on. Signed Tyron Lue? No. Tyron Lue. Tyron Matthew. Still, no. Is Ramsey available? Probably not. Or I guess everyone's available for trade for the right price. I mean, everybody's available for trade. For the right price, literally everybody's available for trade. The question is, do you want to pay that price? And the answer to that question is, there's no reason to pay that price for Jalen Ramsey. I mean, he's the face of their franchise. Jalen Ramsey's the face of the Jaguars franchise. They're not letting go of him for cheap. Re-sign Darrell Williams. That's going to be an issue of if we can meet on price. Last offseason, he was talking big money, and he said the team and his representatives weren't even close to the number he really wanted. He was talking real big money. Then he got injured, which really can tank your value or tank your negotiating power. It's like, yo, you just got hurt, you come off an injury, and the O-line for a while, up until like week 11, week 12, the O-line was still looking pretty solid without you. So it's like, we have to decide whether we're gonna pick you up for this price, because you don't want to overpay. We've overpaid for an O-lineman very, very recently. I mean, it's a different situation. We know Darrell Williams is good, but coming off an injury, it's kind of hard. It's a difficult decision to make, especially when he was already healthy and the team and his representatives couldn't come close to a number. So it doesn't really give me the most confidence that I'm not sure I was going to go down. And most for agency, I think our biggest concern for agency should be an edge rusher, a big name edge rusher. If that's not the case, especially considering what Coach Rivera said on First Take about O linemen, it would depend on, honestly, it would really depend on how Ross Cockrell is. If Ross is good to go for this upcoming season, then we won't need a nickel corner, which means which means we don't have to really worry too much about picking one up in free agency or using draft capital on one, which would probably be a third-round pick. With that second, third-round pick, that changes a lot. Because really, I mean, honestly, I would maybe trade that third-round pick. I'm trying to think. Would I trade our highest third-round pick to move down to the third round and then also pick up another team's fourth? Or package a third and a fourth to move up in the third round? Because we moved up in the fourth, didn't we? I think last year we moved up in the fourth round. That's how we got... is that how we got Ian? Or is that how we got Marquise? I think it's how we got Ian Thomas. We moved up to the very first pick in the fourth, if I'm not mistaken. Well, I guess you don't. Well, I mean, to move up to the fourth. No, yeah, we move up to the third though. I'm proposing us using a third and fourth to move up in the third, rather than last year. I think we traded a fourth and a fifth, right, to go up to the fourth. No, we traded. What did we trade? Did we move down to the fourth and trade our fifth? Did my chair go down? It really did. All right, cool. Do I think James Bradbury is still going to improve or reach his peak? He's only 3 years in. He's probably going to keep improving. Going against the best receivers in the league twice a year for the last 3 years, he'll probably keep improving. Matt can go and retire your finesse. Look. The thing is, you're 100% right, Monty. I don't like him for the team, but I will never hate on. I can't hate on Matt Khalil for getting his money. But the real thing is he didn't finesse us. Matt Khalil did not finesse us. You're putting your blame on the wrong person. Ryan Khalil finessed us. He convinced the team to pick up his brother. Ryan Khalil, the dude we all love, the guy who's been a huge impact on the team, Ryan Khalil finessed us. And I guess you deserve. Well, you can't get mad at him. Everyone gets if you're a Panthers, like if you're that impactful for the Panthers for that long, I guess everybody gets one. But let's put the blame on the. I mean, also Gettleman too. Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, look, there was a lot of factors that went into him getting that money. I ain't gonna hate on the man for making his money, but you ain't getting another contract. You ain't getting another contract out of me. Ain't no way. Trying to keep that cap so we can spin it on a RE, or a DE or wide receiver. Yeah. I mean, did he not work hard? I think it was just bad. I don't know if he didn't work hard. I think Matt Khalil was just a bad player. He had one good season his rookie season, got hurt a bunch, and wasn't that good of a player. He just wasn't as good as his brother. I don't know if he didn't. I mean, if there's reports he didn't work hard, that's a whole different thing. But I just think that Matt Khalil just wasn't good. He just wasn't. He was just never good. He was good 1 year, and that was his peak. That was his peak. Good. Could the Panthers trade up and get Nick Bosa in a real bold move, though? No, I wouldn't do it. The draft capital you have to give up to move up that high to get Bosa would be way too much. You probably have to give away next year's first or this year's first. Obviously, this year's first is an obvious one. Probably next year's second. Maybe. What would you do? What would you do? Maybe next year's second, and then you get their next year's third, or their next year's fourth. It would be too much draft capital to pick him up like that. I think we can find someone in free agency or even a any other first round pick. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't do it for Nick Bosa. I wouldn't do it. There's too much draft capital, especially when I'm still considering using that draft capital on a O lineman. You feel me? A linebacker for agency? I don't know. Probably not. I wouldn't do it. Especially if we go to a 3-4 look. If we're going to 3-4 a lot more, I would definitely think that we're going to see more of Marquise Haynes. So he'd be a linebacker for us. And if we can pick up a guy in college who ran 3-4 and 4-3 a little bit, he could be three, not three technique, but he could be in a 3-point stance or standing up depending where we are, what we're doing. So I think we can probably find some pretty good dual talent, dual value, and some guys even as late as the third round at linebacker, probably even the fourth. Jonathan Abram. I could look into it. We could trade up a little for Cleveland. Maybe. We could probably trade up like 4 or 5 spots. You know what? I wouldn't be too upset with trading trading up like 5, 6 spots. Trading up into a top 10 spot. You never know who you could get. Think about last year. Think about all the draft boards, all the mock drafts, everything that we saw in those the experts talking about, and how wrong they were pick after pick. How all these teams were going after O linemen. There weren't too many DBs going that everyone's talking about. I mean, we got to the middle 20s before. I mean, we were the first team to pick up a wide receiver, and they were like saying that there would be like 3-4 gone by then. Think about Josh Jackson, who we all thought was going to be like a top 10 pick. Remember, I made a video. I was like, everyone's asking like, "Yo, man, what about Josh Jackson? What about Josh Jackson, man? Can we do it?" I was like, man, I was taking so long to do it. I was like, yo, there's just no point in me doing this video for a guy who's going to be gone easily in the first 10. Everyone said he was going to be gone at least by pick 12. He went in the second round, didn't he? Second, maybe early third. I think he went second round. He may have been. No, he was second round, early second round. But yeah, this is. I don't put too much stock into all that. But with a top 10 pick, there's a lot of possibilities for what we can get. This is Reddit. I just want to look at what some of these comments are. No, trade back. Panthers got a lot of holes to fill. I agree. I mean, yeah. I probably would trade back. That's what I was saying like earlier. I was saying maybe a third and a fourth to or maybe a third. Use one of the thirds to trade down in the third, and then pick up someone's fourth as well for our highest third. Get 2 picks out of that, and we've proven we can find some pretty decent value in the 4th round. Everyone likes Greedy Williams out of LSU. That's DBU. But no, I wouldn't do that. I would never use our first round. Or not, I won't say never. But for this year, it wouldn't even cross my mind to use a first round pick on a corner. That's not even near what our biggest issues are. That's not even close to what my biggest issue is. I wouldn't even pick up a corner till the 3rd at the very earliest, and I would even still think probably 4th. Or a 2nd, 3rd round pick. Who knows? We got a B+ from NFL.com, the best in our division. We got a B+ in what? The Saints got a worse grade. You can convince me the Falcons and the Bucks got a worse grade, but how did we get a B+ and the Saints? Oh, draft grades. Oh, well, yeah, for sure. Yeah. Oh man, I thought you were talking about for performance last year. I just didn't read. Did you already say something else? Oh, okay. You're talking about Anthony Barr as well. Anthony Barr was getting burnt in coverage. I didn't see it too much. I didn't watch a ton of Vikings games. There was just one game. I think it was one of their primetime games where he was getting burnt over and over. It was sad. I felt really bad for him because Anthony Barr has been the best user in Madden in a while now. So like it hurts to see like him being so good, or he was the past couple years, not this year though. But it's kind of hurt to see someone you see do so much good work in Madden, like be one of the best guys to user, and then get targeted over and over again. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. It was bad. Oh man. Oh, what's up, Hugo? A breakout season next year. Ian Thomas. Mm, Ian Thomas, and I'm going to go ahead and say it again. Marquise Haynes. I'm sticking to my guns. These are the two guys I had the most faith in going into last year. I mean, I guess DJ Moore as well. I mean, does it count if I say DJ Moore? Does it count if I say DJ Moore? I mean, I could say DJ, but I think we all that's a softball. That's a softball. But yeah, I do want to. Oh yeah, Jarius Wright. Jarius Wright. I think Jarius Wright's gonna have a really good year next year. Jarius is definitely my second favorite receiver on the team right now, for sure, for sure. I think Curtis Samuel can do a little bit more than him, but I think that Jarius Wright, he's just one of those guys who I feel like is always open and will always catch. He's a security blanket. I don't know what it is, what he's doing, but he plays. He's like a Jason Witten slash like Greg Olsen as a wide receiver, guys that like you blink and the defense is already like away from them. You just look at them and like they're just open, they're just always open, and you're looking at them and you're like, okay, third down. I have my reads. I know I should be looking at like on the field. There's play calls for the reads to go boom boom boom, but I know Jarius Wright on third down, third and manageable, third and medium. He'll be open for me. Breakout Jermaine Carter. I didn't see much from him. I didn't see a lot from him. And for him to have a breakout season as a linebacker on our team would be that's a big ask. Maybe though. I wouldn't put money on it. If someone was asking me to put money, like money that I actually cared about on who would have a breakout season, and I could only pick three, I'd probably say Ian Thomas. Uh, put money on Marquise Haynes. Would I do that? Yes, I would. That'd be something I get odds on. But yeah, Ian Thomas, Marquise Haynes, and I guess the safer bet would be Curtis Samuel or DJ Moore. DJ Moore. Andre Smith, he's a no name kind of guy, honestly. I mean, Jermaine Carter. Jermaine Carter is a little bit less of a no name, I guess, but they're both. I mean, I'm not gonna just start projecting literally every player on the team to have a good season or be a breakout. Have a breakout season. You gotta prove it. I mean, you gotta have some kind of production. I didn't really see too much when they're in the games. Andre Smith, that's another no name guy. Wait, you already said. No, you already said that. Never mind. Sorry. A household name? Maybe. Maybe. I mean, are you saying all these guys going to like improve or have a breakout season? Not everyone can have a like. What's your definition of a breakout season? Like if you're saying they're gonna get better, then I mean, I guess all the guys have the potential to get better. But breakout season to me means like you're gonna be one of the best, not just in the division, but like people that are week by week like consistently like in the news or like highlight kind of players all the time. Uh, it's kind of hard for me to put that on everybody, every young player, and especially guys like Jermaine Carter and Andre Smith. If it happens, that's dope, but I don't really see it. We should have let Demir Bird get involved in the passing game too. I know how skinny he is. I don't know. There's no room for him. Why? I mean, the thing is, why? Why would we? We had enough production, I think. I mean, between DJ, Curtis, Jarius Wright, Torrey Smith early in the year, people forget that Torrey was early in the season was having he was having really great numbers. He had great games. People do forget that Torrey Smith and even Funch early in the season was having some really, really good games. Problem with Funch is that he was inconsistent. Problem with Torrey Smith is that he's inconsistent. So that's what happens. But early in the season, both these guys were having really good years. Manhurst's going to break out. You mean Martinez? They need to start Kyle Love over at K1 or Dontari. I think Poe probably had a bad year because of scheming. I want to see more out of him. I mean, we paid him too much money to. We paid him way too much money to just sit him down. I gotta see how he looks in Ron's scheme. I would not just let him go or let him just collect a check on the bench. That's what we did with Matt Khalil. We paid him too much money for him to sit on the bench, so we had to we just had to look. We had to say, look, you gotta play, you gotta play. D'Anthony Thomas as a returner. Oh, sign. I thought you said draft. Like you said draft. Like, there's no way I'd ever draft someone who's a returner. You better have had. You better have a 50% rate on touchdowns on punts. You better have had every single team punting out of bounds on you. If I'm going to use a draft pick on you like that. Over Poe, I disagree. How many Pro Bowlers could we have? Maybe 3. Maybe 3. I think 3 is reasonable. I think 3 is reasonable. Yeah. I feel like if Cam shoulder heals, really heals, he'll be at one of the. Yeah, I agree with that too. John, no, I don't agree. I don't think we should. I think we have our future quarterback on the team. Heineke is a free agent, but we might retain him. Who knows? Other teams might have seen what he could do and might want to pick him up. But coming off of a serious arm injury, we might have a little bit more command over us keeping him. But I think we have a really good backup. We have 2 good backups that are still technically on the team. I'm holding a pair of scissors right now, but who are technically on the team still. So I think we're straight on using draft capital for a quarterback. Then again, it couldn't be any worse than what we did last year with our late round picks, picking up 2 straight linebackers and no O linemen, and not even I'm gonna say his name right now, Bo Scarborough. Look, if you were around this time last year, I'm talking about like March, April, Mayish. You know how many times I said Bo Scarborough in a video? Do you know how many times I said Bo Scarborough in a video? It was actually kind of embarrassing. Yo. CMC was snubbed, remember that? Yeah, it's just kind of tough when it's the rookie of the year. Then you have 2 guys who had, they had amazing years. I think any of those 4 guys really could have been interchangeable, and even with Kamara in there as well. I think any of those 5. I think if you leave out any of those 2, any 2 of those 5, someone's going to complain, and I'm sure Saints fans were mad that Kamara didn't get in. But yeah, I think Christian should have got in. But between those 3, if it was between those 3 and Christian, and one had to go, it would be unfair to all one of them. Any one of them any one of them that didn't make it would have been snubbed. I think we can all agree that between Gurley, Zeke, and Saquon, and Christian, if any one of those 4 had been left out, it would have been a snub. So it's just kind of one of those things, honestly. He needs to have better hands, catcher, and stop catching with his body. Funch had a 19% drop rate, and KB had a 9% drop rate. Yeah, I don't know if it's dropping the ball that's really the issue, especially with Kelvin Benjamin. It wasn't really that. Kelvin just gave up on plays. He was lazy, showed up. I don't want to get into Kelvin Benjamin again, but Kelvin's problem wasn't even about drops. But also, Devin Funchess' drop rate may have been 14%, but his catch rate was something like 52. Hakeem Butler, I don't know anything about any draft picks. Yo, what is TG204 saying, bro? All I see is this man typing, or he'll say something and I'll just immediately see retracted. Talking about Bo? I think Bo Scarborough got cut. I think he ended up getting cut by the Cowboys. I don't know what happened with him, but I'm pretty sure he got cut by the Cowboys. That was tough. Do I think Cam and Luke will win a Super Bowl? It'll be hard. If I had to choose a winner right now, if things stay the same, it'd be tough to pick against picking against the Chiefs. And I'm not gonna lie to you. keep an eye out for the Browns, how the Browns draft this year, and how the Browns look into free agency. The Browns could be nice next year. I really can't hold you. The Browns could be nice next year. I really look. I really can't hold you. I don't have to convince y'all. I'm not talking about. I don't have to convince y'all. They beat us last year. They beat us this year. I can't. What am I talking about? They're gonna be good next year. They're gonna have to beat us this year. They're gonna have to beat us this year. They can. Do I think they will? That's a tough one. I hope they do. The league's getting tougher. Yeah, the Browns signed Kareem Hunt. He can't play just yet, and he may not even get to play until like week 8, week 9. But that kind of firepower, and they have a lot of draft capital, and they probably have a lot of cap room. They're going to be nice. The league has tape on Baker now? I don't know, bro. I don't know. The league got tape on a lot of guys. If they find a really good run game, they have a decent running game. If they find a really good run game, though, they'll be straight. Honestly, they'll be straight. Wait, what did he say? To Buffalo? With Seattle? Wasn't he drafted by the Cowboys, though? What up, Brick? What up, Brick? What was I gonna say? I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Browns got a better record than us. Yeah, you're right. 100% right. And they couldn't make the playoffs. The Browns couldn't make the playoffs. Low key, they should have. Low key, they really should have. But hey. Also, Brick. I hate to break it to you, dude. Hate to break it to you, man, but I've been on for an hour already. I don't want to have another 2-hour stream, really. These end up taking a long time. And I also end up, every time I stream with a topic, I always end up getting distracted and not even talking about the topic at hand. But Cap, just a recap here before I get off. Cap came up. He really did come up. I need to watch the whole clip. I only saw a part of it because I was busy when First Take was on, but I only saw part of it and the title of some of the clips that I saw. I have to watch the whole thing. I should collab with Pat. I don't know what we would do. It's kind of hard to collab. Like, I don't know what I would do. Like, I'm not sure. That'd be cool if you can come up with the concept for it. We could talk about. Maybe draft talk. I think everyone could. It could be an opportunity for everyone to collab, like talking about the draft and whatnot. When that comes around. But other than that, it'd just be us collabing for the sake of collaborating, and I don't know. But maybe in the draft, during the draft, I might reach out to him, PNP. I'm not really all too familiar with all the Panthers content creators. I don't know all of them. Probably a lot. Are there a lot of Panthers people on YouTube? Go Falcons! Jesus. How much did Cap get paid? According to Mike Freeman, chop it up for real. I'm playing franchise on Madden no matter how hard I can beat the Falcons. Damn. Yeah, I try to turn on your post notifications. Go to my profile, my page, and hit the bell icon, just so you're always like notified of when I'm online and when I have a video dropping or whatever. I also posted. Oh yeah. I mean, it's not a lot of y'all in here right now, but I also posted a little post thingy, one of those little like community posts, talking about whether you guys would want to like watch a series of videos where I break down one big play from each game this past season. it's a. I mean, I asked the question. It's most likely gonna happen, but I mean, still comment on it. If you know a play that you want to see from a game, let me know. Drop a quick like on that. Yeah, the only thing about PNP is I don't know. Actually, I won't get into it. I mean, they never hit me back up. I thought they're gonna. I mean, I thought we might have done another show, and I'm not gonna like. I mean, they're doing their own thing. You feel me? But I might hit them up. I'm definitely hit them up for the draft. But I'm not 100% sure if they really want to do content with me. Maybe they do. Who knows? Message retracted. Yo, TG204 is a fool, bro. This man is wild, bro. But yeah, that was cool. I mean, it's cool to collab and have a conversation about the Panthers and whatnot. I think the best time to do it without overdoing it would be the draft, though. That's like the perfect time to do it. I think maybe before and after, or one or the other. One or the other. I would probably say, I don't know. I want to do it before, but I can see it being a lot better, a lot bigger. Now I think before is better. Before is better because immediately after the draft, like during the draft, I'm not talking about during the draft. I'm shooting videos. Like last year during the draft, after our first round pick, I shot that video about DJ Moore, and then started uploading it, started like rendering it out, and by the time we got our second round pick in, I was ready to go. Like I was going in. Like it was like during the draft, I shot the video. Like it was, I saw it, saw all his highlights already, knew about the guy and everything. It's like okay, now let's go. And then by the time I got done with like editing and stuff, I think I was still editing while we had our second round pick, and I stopped editing to shoot the video on Dante Jackson. African dude name? Yeah, F.A. Abada. But he's from the UK. He's like technically from the UK. But yeah, he's African. Let me survive those hits. Cap got 150. Yeah, apparently this guy may not be the most reliable source of information, so take this tweet with a grain of salt. I only just now saw where someone said he may not be reliable, so. What day is the draft? Sometime in April, right? I don't know what day it is. I want to say 22nd, but who knows? Man, drafter don't lie. Like every draft, we're all like, what the fuck are we doing? But every first round pick we ever gotten has been gold. Hey, okay, there it is. There it is. Wes let you know. Okay, I was gonna say, someone want to tell him? Does someone want to tell him about a certain first round pick? There's been a certain I don't know. There's been a certain first round pick. But yeah, for the most part, you're right. Like Jarius, right? Relax. Even get love. Jeez. Let's see. But yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and end this stream right now. I might start streaming more often. I don't know, man. I feel like whenever I stream, I don't know if I even should. It's because whenever I stream and I want to talk about a topic, I never stay on topic. I don't know. Like, does Pat or PNP, do they get like derailed on different things all the time? I feel like whenever I pop into their streams, like they seem to be pretty focused. They seem to like whatever their title is, whatever like their like original thought going into the stream is, they stick pretty tightly to that. They'll answer a question or two if people ask them questions about other topics, but they always come right back to the actual main topic, and that's something that I really, really can't do. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's something I get distracted. I get into different tangents mad easily. So I'll try to stream a little bit more, but honestly, it's a little bit hard because I always end up talking about the topic I want to talk about for 10 minutes, and then yeah. Anyway, yo, if you guys haven't already, hit the like Icy said. Also, if you haven't already, hit the bell icon on my profile, just so you're always aware of when things are going up, when I'm going to be live. I usually try to like schedule these streams. There's no real schedule, but if I do know I'm going to do a live stream, I try to like at least put up like schedule it in YouTube, so it lets people who have notifications on know that what the fuck did he say? Someone just said some dumb. I got distracted. What I say? Oh yeah, it lets you guys know when I'm gonna be live. It might even have a countdown for when I go live. I think it just says like he'll be going live at this certain time. Either way, bell icon, like button. I'll see you guys again. I'm gonna have a video, maybe even 2 videos tomorrow. There'll be a video about the AAF. I'll pick a team to be a day one diehard fan of in the AAF. That'll be dope. I might turn my channel into a Panthers / whatever team I pick. Honestly, I'll be real with you. It may just be the team with the best jerseys. I don't really care enough. It might just be the team with the best fit and or the best color scheme. I don't care. I really don't care. These are just really great college players in my opinion. But we'll find out. I'll be a diehard fan of one of these teams. Anyway, thanks for coming through, y'all, and I'll be back. Oh yeah, hold up. Follow me on Twitter too, at Shellatron. Same with the channel name, Shellatron, 3 N's. Follow me on Twitter. Hold up. I'll make it easy for you. Type this in your thingy. Type this right here in your search bar. Hold up. Ugh. You know what I'm talking about. Alright, y'all. Yo, swag. Bro, what I'm telling you right now, YouTube is not pushing my never mind, I don't want to get into it. But YouTube is not pushing my content out to all my subscribers. This is happening to a lot of YouTubers, and I could mention this in a video or something like that. I could, but it would come off as like me kind of complaining, maybe like, oh man, your videos aren't doing good anymore, and now you're complaining about it. I've seen the analytics. My videos aren't getting pushed. They're not even getting suggested anymore. I used to have like 50-60% of my views come from suggested, and now it's like 13%. I don't want to get too deep in it because I don't want to sound like I'm like complaining, like, oh man, only these guys, only these whatever number or whatever likes or whatever are coming in now. But it's kind of easy to see that there's something going on, man. Anyway, man, thanks for coming through. My 3rd time saying it. I'm gonna watch this Rising Stars game, and all right, y'all.